of email. That wasn't me. Do, 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 do. Oh, we no longer have our take offense sign. It did not improve. And it's gone, but that's okay. Speaking of which, ho ho ho. Merry Christmas. This is our Merry Christmas donut of disapproval. I'll put Merry Christmas donut of disapproval there. Cody's off getting a cup of coffee. Oh no, Cody's got a cup of coffee. He's getting a cup of coffee for the producer. She's off doing producer stuff.
Producer's the one that's supposed to be getting the coffee.
Oh, damn.
Well, this shit works. Damn it, I know I used to be a producer.
He used to be a producer.
I was.
He knows these things. Producer's supposed to keep the talent happy.
Right.
Damn it.
Alright, well, welcome to Take Offense.
We got a minute.
We're still, whatever. Screw 'em. Welcome to Take Offense.
Welcome to Take Offense, y'all.
Unfortunately, due to illness this morning, the parts of Nick and Cody will be played by Nick and Cody.
Yeah. Our hair's a little crazy, but yeah, it's Sunday morning, so what the hell?
You guys don't give a shit.
No.
Both of you.
Both of you. It's all good. My daughter was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna go podcast." And she goes,
Go ahead.
Somebody, she's like, oh, you guys have like, 5 listeners. And I'm like, dude, we have at least 10 listeners. I don't know what the hell you're talking. we may go up to at least 12 today. This is gonna be a good day.
Yeah, 12. That'd be amazing.
Just keep going, dude. Every day, What was that old shampoo commercial? And 2 friends tell 2 friends that tell 2 friends.
That was Wayne's World.
No, that was an old.
Wayne's World was making a joke about.
Oh, did they? Nice. Anyway, welcome to Take Offense. Don't take offense.
Take a stand.
Yeah, take a stand. And if you do take offense at stuff we say,
it's probably your conscience just tapping you on the shoulder.
Yeah, and it doesn't really matter
because you're a snowflake bitch.
Dude, I this whole snowflake thing is, oh my god. Dude, I saw this one thing. It was essentially a cop filling an accident report out, and I'll try to find it later. It was the one Nate shared about the lady losing her mind because she pulls out of a stop sign, and runs into a dude. And she goes, "I had already pulled out of the stop sign, therefore it's his fault." And the cop was like, "Okay, so you hit him." "Yeah, but I hit him because he was, I had already pulled out, blah blah blah," and she's losing her mind. Well, the guy who supposedly she hit is taping her on the phone, and she loses her mind to the point where the cop's like, "Lady, I'm gonna arrest you if you cause any more trouble," because she was like up in his grill, and it was like, so here's the thing: if you are in a situation and the first thing in your head is, "Well, I don't like this," or "I feel," you're probably wrong. It doesn't matter what you feel. It doesn't matter what you like. What you like and how you feel have no bearings on facts. Just, take a step back. Look at your facts.
I'm looking on Nate's page, but I'm not finding it.
Oh, you will. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
God damn, he posts like 39 times a day.
Dude, he posts prolifically. It says something about Snowflake, too. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. It's an old lady. Fart rape is ridiculous. We'll talk about that, too. Because Nate pulled up fart rape, and I almost pissed on myself. artiste myself. Oh, there's the Grinch. No. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Canadians being born. Hold on, slow down. Go up a little bit.
Oh, shit.
Nope, that's not it. Keep going. God damn.
Told you he posts like 90,000 times a fucking day, man. Jesus, Nate.
Nate.
The fuck, dude?
Obviously, Nate was bored. Nope, that was funny.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we'll have to find it like sometime. You know, it's gonna take me a year to find it.
Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, no, it was pretty funny. But I've actually kind of come to a conclusion that this whole thing where people want to change stuff about themselves, the latest one I know of is a 20-something-year-old dude who wants to be an old Filipino lady. That's my favorite one so far. Yes. And he's this young ginger dude who wants to be an old Filipino lady. Now, first off, if you're gonna be an old Filipino lady, the most important thing, regardless of how you look, how old you are, any of that stuff, is if you can't cook a giant platter of lumpia and kill it, you're not an old Filipino lady. I'm sorry. You just don't get to be an old Filipino lady unless you can crush a big plate of lumpia. But I was actually thinking the really interesting part of this whole thing is it's good that people are getting rid of labels. It doesn't matter who you are or what you are. If you can be anything, then labels are now a thing of the past. So, you know, Cody can be an old black woman, and I can be a 6-year-old, I don't know, Chinese girl. Whatever. It doesn't matter anymore. So therefore...
Can't play that. It's copywritten. Keep it under 35 seconds.
Keep it under 35 seconds. Okay. But you know, it's really kind of fascinating because people are getting super, super weird about. Well, you're a white male, therefore you can't have an opinion. But if a white male can just become an old Filipino lady, then who cares?
Ho, ho, ho! You've got email!
Ho, ho, ho! You've got email. It is the Christmas time. Merry Christmas, y'all.
Yeah, speaking of which, my weekend was
email.
chock full of Christmas.
Chock
So
full
far.
of Christmas. You did Christmas Town.
Did Christmas Town on Friday for Media Day. Would you turn your ringer off, woman?
Go to Vibrate. Which we'll talk about later because my youngest asked me what a vibrator was.
Oh, Jesus.
Last night.
Oh my God.
So it was kind of interesting.
So yeah, I went to Christmas Town Friday, which was fun. Got to interview Santa. Got to interview.
What the fuck?
Okay. We're on the air right now. She's yelling what the fuck.
Yeah. She's gonna go outside and
Yep.
we will be producerless for a shorter period of time.
But we we went to Christown. We interviewed Santa. Interviewed a gentleman named Matthew Edwards, who is the entertainment manager of consumer events. I can't believe I just got that right. Anybody who goes to Bush on a regular probably recognizes him as either Magnus the Red, the Viking from
right.
Vader, or he was also Porthos in All for One, the Three Musketeers show. Now he's management. You know, he's got a huge boost, and he was a great interview. A lot of fun to talk to. That was a huge contrast, me standing next to this 6'7" ginger with a giant beard, bald guy with a giant beard. But really cool guy, real fun. Got to
Shout out for Hibera Jiu-Jitsu.
they got some cool stuff this year. They turned Dark Castle into Santa's Workshop.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. They had a little preview walkthrough thing of Battle for Irie, the new ride that's going into Europe in the air.
Okay.
The new VR ride they're doing. They had like a 3D model of Addie, the hero from the ride, and
very cool.
Some pictures and stuff. It was pretty cool. And they had a mock of the new headsets they're using for the VR. HTC Vive is doing them, so this can be pretty good stuff.
One of the last times, I think it was last year, not this year at what's that thing we go to? Hollow Scream. But last year, I was talking to, I think it was the president of the park, and we were chatting about VR, and we had probably a 30 or 40 minute chat about VR and how they were going to use it, and he didn't say a word, and then Cody interviewed him after they announced that they were starting to do VR stuff, and he said, "Oh yeah, your friend was asking me all these VR questions, and I just had to bite my tongue because I had all these plans already set up." And he starts talking about all that stuff, and I'm like,
"Yep,
I'm just gonna sit here quietly." And good suggestion. Oh, that's really interesting. And I was teasing Cody, saying, but before he came out with the announcement, yeah, I'm ahead of the game. These guys don't have anything. I should set up all this stuff. And what I didn't realize is they already had it. I was sort of seeing the future, but there was somebody who was just as on it as I was, and they already had him set up and hooked up.
Yeah. So yeah, we what else was there? Oh, they have a new Rudolph movie experience. So the Rudolph claymation. It's over in Festa Italia where the 3-point shootout is. They took all that down and put a big screen up.
Because that thing was stupid.
Well, no, it's there for regular season, but it's not there for Christmas. It's never been there for Christmas. They always have like the countdown to Christmas sign up there. But now they put a movie screen up there for Rudolph. They're showing the Rudolph film. It's a 4D experience. They got benches up there, and you're sitting in the benches, or the kids can sit in the beanbag chairs they have sitting up there, which is pretty cool.
That is cool.
But what makes it a 4D experience is like when it's snowing, the snow comes down. Confetti pops when you meet Hermie.
Well, thank God it's not a 4D experience of like alien abduction.
Yeah, right. They actually have clouds drift through when they're flying through the clouds and stuff. It's actually pretty cool.
And now the anal probe.
Oh. Anyways, you had to go there.
Oh yeah. Well, the funniest part about Rudolph is if you ever watch that movie, Santa is a dick.
Yeah, he is.
Oh my God, what a screaming cunt is Santa. Oh shit. I mean, the first thing he does is he looks at the elves and goes, what a bunch of fuck ups you are. And then he looks at I think it's Donner. Donner is
direct quotes, by the way.
Oh yeah, Donner is Rudolph's dad. Or who's Rudolph's dad?
I don't remember.
Anyway, but he looks at Rudolph's dad. He looks at this guy and says about his handicapped, or quote unquote, handicapped child, "This is ridiculous. How did you let this happen? You need to do something about this. Yeah, we need to kill off all the handicapped children. Drag them off to the land of useless toys misfit toys." And it's like, yeah, because, handicapped people should be isolated in some place where nobody has to see them.
I actually asked, when we interviewed Santa, I asked his elf if he had any aspirations of being a dentist.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I'm going to be a dentist. It was a lot of fun. Oh, they got a new a cappella show in Italy, which was really good. They had like 10 kids up there doing a cappella. Their beatboxer was phenomenal. Real good show. I know one of the guys who was with us really enjoyed one of the singers, but I had to make the joke because he was like all drooling over her, and she had stepped out at one point and started speaking, and she's like, "The magic of Christmas isn't just under the tree," and I was like, "No, it's under the bush."
Oh,
he lost his shit, but so we did that, and then yesterday I got up and did my ferry tours, and then left from there, came home, changed, and went to the Holiday Light Parade in Virginia Beach.
Oh, was
we
it
were in it?
Oh, you were in it.
We were in it. Yeah, I walked the parade route 4 times. Me, Talon, and Hunter. We first had to carry a large balloon down there, and we were like, "Oh, it's a big yellow clam with eyes on it and a smile," you know. So we were like, "What's that?" And we're like, "It's a clam." And then we get to the stage, you know, and every parade has a stage where the TV cameras are, and you know everybody stops to do their performance there. We didn't stop, you know, we just kind of kept walking through the balloon. So we're getting up there, and it's the local radio personalities from 92.9, people I know, Jennifer Roberts, Dick Lamb, and Paul Richardson. And Dick Lamb's a legend in this area. He's been around here since like the 40s. I mean, he was like the local Dick Clark back in the day. Like he would do like the local Virginia America bandstand thing they used to do. We got pictures up they have pictures up in the radio station all over it. But so we were walking up to the stage area, and he goes, "Oh look, it's Breezy the Seashell," and we're like, "He has a name?" He has a name. We've been carrying this guy for like 14 blocks. What the hell?
It's
nobody gave us a name.
But Dick Lamb knew who it was.
Dick Lamb knew because it was sitting right there on the paper in front of him. But no. So then we did that, and then we were there with Hunt Club, and Hunt Club also has the final float with Santa on it. And if you went through Hunt Club this year and you went through the hayride and saw the builds we had done this year, Jason built the float. So you know,
very, very talented.
It
carpenter.
was a badass float.
Yeah, super talented guy.
Bubbles coming off of it and everything, really cool. And of course, sitting on a reindeer right on the front of the float was Elfie, formerly known as Lucky, formerly known as Nomi. Yeah, we're not exploiting that guy at all. Yeah,
Good for him, man.
Yeah, and then we had Mrs. Claus and Santa Claus on there, a couple of snowmen who were Travis and Blake. Yeah, it was rather fun. So we walked all the way back down the parade route because the float had not left yet. That's how many floats. We were like number 34, and they were like number 100 and something.
Good Lord.
Yeah, so we walked all the way back down there to them. Say, "Hey, you guys need any help?" They're like, "Yeah, we got 2 buckets of candy on the back here. Start passing it out to the kids." So we're like, "All right." So we're literally running back and forth between the buckets and these kids.
That Halloween. Wait a minute. You guys are getting confused.
That one 14 block run with the float was like an entire night on the hayride. And I'm sure the cop that was behind us like, "Holy crap, this guy's running everywhere." You know how I am. When I start running, I just keep going and keep going. And
He's
I
like
was having a blast.
Energizer
Yeah,
running.
I had a blast. Dude. The other guys are looking at me like, "Really?" I mean, Jason and Sean are rocking with us, and they're just like, "You're running a lot. Trying to get it all out of here. We got tons of candy. Trying to pass it out to the kids. Spread some joy. Damn it." And then, of course, I'd run over the kids. I'm like, "It's Santa. I know him." Yeah. So, no, it was a lot of, and then we had to walk back down the parade route to get to our car. So, yeah, 4 times down the parade route, and then we all went to Hunt Club and had some pizza.
Very cool.
Yeah, because Randy and JD hooked us up. They're awesome. It was funny when we carried the balloon in. We passed JD. He was standing on the route, and he goes, "Hey, thanks for volunteering." I'm
What's
like,
the clam's name?
Breezy the Seashell.
Breezy the
So
Seashell.
yeah, JD's like, "Hey, thanks for volunteering," and I'm like, "We're volunteers?" He had this huge smile on his face, which was odd for JD, but he had this huge smile on his face, and I said that, and he was kind of like,
"You cheap bastard! I just wanted to know you are a cheap bastard."
No, we knew we were volunteers.
That's funny.
It was fun though. We had a blast. But yeah, that was cool. And then today is going to be no.
No.
I'm good. Any rest for work tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Speaking of vibrators,
Jesus.
so we're in Target, walking along, right next to this old lady, and the youngest looks at me and goes, "So what's a vibrator?" "What kind of vibrator are you talking about, babe?" And she goes, "I'm not sure. But I heard the term, and I'm like, and I said, we'll talk about it in the car. Probably one of my better moves. And as we're driving home,
hoping she forgot.
No. Like, the youngest doesn't forget anything. The youngest literally forgets nothing. She's on it. So we're driving home in the car, and this song that I really like finishes up. Turn off the radio. Say, so babe, what kind of vibrators you want to talk about? And she asked me, she said, I don't know, I heard the term, and I said, well, there's a lot of kind of vibrators. Vibration is one of the things that, you know, the human body, you know, is sensitive to, different kinds of vibrations. In fact, some would argue that light is just an electromagnetic vibration that we see, and sound is an electromagnetic vibration that we interpret as sound, and you know, touch, you can feel things vibrate. And she goes, oh, I love vibrations. And I'm like, okay. So they have these things that vibrate on your muscles and make you feel good. And she goes, right. And so she named this, she started talking about this thing, and I said, oh, okay. So they're probably talking about a different kind of vibrator. So girl parts like vibration. And I do this all the time. Laura loves this. This is my favorite part. You'll have to clarify this with mom, because she's a way better expert on girl parts than daddy is. So when we get home, you can talk to her about this whole thing, and she'll you know, fill in the gaps that I'm missing. And I said, but you know, apparently there are these devices that make girl parts happy, and they're called vibrators. And she was like, oh, okay. So I haven't heard what the conversation between.
There you go, buddy. That's for you.
And so yeah, and this is the part that really cracked me up. And this is why I was trying not to laugh the whole time. Her sister is in the back seat. Her older sister, making noises that sound like she's strangling. So I don't know what the hell she knows about vibrators, but she wasn't saying a damn thing, and her silence was deafening.
I mean, come on, you can buy that shit on Amazon. You can.
What?
Vibrators.
You can buy them from CVS.
Yeah, because we were in Target, and I think they walked past a vibrator stand, and I think that's where it like
what?
But that's not where because I think she saw. Yeah, this isn't like the old days where you had to go to Remington, shave and knife and get the vibrator, you know, from the back. Ask the lady.
Well, that's
to
right.
go
Your
in the
old
back.
days are way older than mine, so I'm like, we have stores for that.
Yeah, no. Back in the old days, you'd go into
There's actually
Lynnhaven.
one in Virginia Beach. It's 24 hours.
You'd go to Lynnhaven Mall, and you'd go upstairs, which they don't have anymore. Lynnhaven Mall's upstairs is gone. And right at the top of the escalator, there was the Remington store. And it had knives, the Remington knives, and it had all the Remington razors, and you could get, you know, the Norelco and all that stuff. And, you know, if you're my age, you remember the Remington guy going, I love the company so, I loved it so much, I bought the company. That was the Remington shaver guy. And he's a lying piece of shit, because those things used to tear my face to pieces. I got like 2 Remingtons and went, this is awful. Why would you ever do this? And then Dad got in a Norelco, and that was much better. The Norelco, which patented the lift and cut technology, which my father and I used to affectionately refer to as grab and rip that shit right out of your face. You know, yeah, you don't have to shave for 3 days, because that's how long it takes for the bleeding to stop. Holy crap. Oh my God, dude. Now that would be an advantage of being an old Filipino lady, not having to shave. Because, you know, holy shit.
Wow.
Shaving your face hurts. I asked the old man once, I was like, does it ever get better? And he's like, not noticeably. You know, you pretty much shave and it hurts. You just sort of put up with it.
You know, I love people who don't understand Facebook yet.
What do you mean understand Facebook?
Well, our friend Paul
Okay.
posted, Merry Birthmas, homie. Didn't tag anybody in it, didn't name anybody in it, just said Merry Birthmas. So, yeah, way to go, Paul.
He's trying to cover all the birthdays and Christmases for everybody.
Probably.
It's his last, it's the end of the year. He's like, all right, let's get it all knocked out. But, holy smokes. Yeah, I actually watched another thing about people and labels and stuff like that. And this guy said, so essentially you can be whatever you want. And this lady was like, absolutely. And the guy goes, okay, so the government has set-asides for government contracts that are exclusively for women-owned businesses. If I decided I'm a woman, can I change my company over and begin applying for those things? And there's also minority-owned businesses, and there's minority-owned women businesses that also have set-asides. So essentially, all that needs to just go away. Because obviously, if there's no labels, then they just need to make all those contracts, the set-asides for women, and the set-asides for minority, and the set-asides for minority women, all that needs to leave.
Yeah.
Because it's not like people don't play the game. I mean, my dad used to play the game. He made my mom the owner of the company. So he got all the set-asides for women. And I don't know how he did the minority thing. Oh, he had a guy named, well, I can't say his name. He had a Japanese dude, minority dude. And he used to have him put in for all of the minority stuff. So, I mean, it's not like this matters. There's always a way around it.
Yep.
So just get rid of it.
Well, it's like, the whole thing they did with insurance for a significant other, whether it be husband, wife, whatever, or girlfriend, boyfriend even now, that they changed it to where, for the gay community, to where you could put your boyfriend on your insurance no matter how long you've been together. Because it used to be, if it was your boyfriend or girlfriend, you had to have been together like 7 years or something like that.
Like common law marriage.
6 months?
6 months. Now it's 6 months, or was it always 6 months?
No, it was...
As long as I've been with Anthem, it's always been 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well...
We're wrong. We don't know what the fuck
I was told it used to be 7 years.
Well, that would be common law marriage.
Yeah, so...
Places.
But now with the changeover, like, I know a guy who's been with his girlfriend like 4 months and just put her on his insurance. And somebody made a comment, it was like, no, that was for gay people. Well, no, if you do it for gay people, you have to do it for everyone.
Yeah.
It's for domestic
That's called
partnerships. That's how they got the loophole.
Equality.
Yeah, equality is
equal.
Equal for everybody. It doesn't mean somebody gets other stuff. That's
because they're
nonsense.
Yeah. It shouldn't happen that way. So. But I have the best of both worlds. Well, that's what I told a buddy at work. This guy Eric I work with, older black dude. I was like, man, I want to be like you when I grow up. You're goofy and happy and black. He's like, well, you need some work on that. I'm like, no, I'm half black. It's okay. He goes, what? I said, yeah, from the waist down. He goes, you might want to flip that around. I was like, no, it's the best of both worlds. Because think about it. If I'm black from the waist down, the wife is happy. And if I'm white from the waist up, the cops don't know any better. He thought that was hilarious.
That's awesome. There you go.
Yeah, so...
and the nice part is, black people don't eat pussy. So if he's white from the waist up, then Amanda's even happier.
I don't know. I think that's changed now.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I had a buddy of mine who was in the Army, and he goes, dude, all you do in the Army is play cards. That's what you do. And he goes, honestly, every conversation you get with black dudes, there's always one conversation where they look at you and go, do you? And you're like, yeah. And they go, ugh, I don't. And that's the end of the conversation. And that's it. But
do you?
Do you? Would you?
Wow.
Are you still running through Nate's thing, or did you just give
no,
up?
I gave up on Nate. I gave the fuck up on Nate.
Yeah, so it's crazy. Yeah, this whole equality thing is fascinating.
Holy crap. All right, where are you on Game of Thrones?
I have like 2 left on the last season.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're really caught up. Awesome. So you'll get this. I just saw a meme that made a lot of sense. It's Robert Baratheon.
Uh-huh.
And he's looking at Ned saying, I have a son, you have a daughter, we can join our houses. And it's got a picture of Gendry and Arya.
Oh.
That would make sense. They're both back. Oh, think about that. Needle and the Warhammer. They could kill people on their honeymoon. That Warhammer is a beast, man. Have you gotten to that yet?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, why he just walks up. Walk.
Like he doesn't even try.
Well, he's a blacksmith. He's jacked.
Oh.
So, I mean, yeah, and, you know, I'm sure he built it to his specifications, his weight and everything like that. So, because we just watched Forge. Have you watched Forge and Fire? We just watched
all of them.
Or I think I might have watched it without you last night, babe. I'm sorry. Because I was just kind of, yeah. We'll watch it again though. But they built the what's it called?
What's it look like?
It's an axe on one end and a mace on the other.
Yes, I don't remember what it's called, but it's badass.
Fuck yeah,
it's badass. So the only thing is that one guy made. Never mind. But yeah, those are
one guy
cool.
made what?
I was gonna give a spoiler to Amanda. But yeah, they're really cool, and the way they're made is when you shift your hand down to use the mace, the axe is a handguard.
Yes.
So if somebody tries to punch you in the face, it's like, oh, I'll block with my handguard. Now you don't have a hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty slick.
They make some. I love that show. That's a good show.
One of my greatest regrets, dude,
was not becoming a blacksmith.
Is not. Well, I was invited to blacksmith anytime I wanted with the Magic Badger, and I didn't do it. And now he's in Florida, and Jeremy's in Northern Virginia. And while I would drive to Northern Virginia to hang out with my buddy Jeremy and do some blacksmithing, it's not like I could do it regularly.
It would be fun. It does look like fun. I don't know if I could do it all the time like those guys do, but
oh, dude, it's freaking brutal.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it looks like fun.
Yeah, moving metal's interesting.
Yeah,
it's and dude, it's those guys have a touch with their hammer that's amazing. So I made this thing, and it was all shitty. I don't know what the right word for, but it was.
I'm going to share this to take offense right now, but it's so good.
She's awesome.
Little Miss. Damn it.
Bear.
Mormont. Liana Mormont.
She's staring down an angel.
Anyway, weeping angel.
A weeping angel.
So good.
But yeah, no, there's blacksmithing is tough. But
oh, and
we talked about it last week. Blacksmiths are truly like, I just want to go in the forge. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, you see a lot of these guys that like
don't even. I don't want to talk to you. Just leave me alone.
One of the first episodes we watched was guy goes, I moved to Alaska because I don't like people. Yeah. And he's like one of the 3 people so far that we've seen on the show, because we're not watching in order or anything. We just DVR'd the marathon on Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
And I've seen like 3 people in Alaska. It's like, Jesus.
Oh yeah.
You guys don't like people. And a lot of guys are like that. Yeah, I just want to be alone in my forest.
Wait till you start seeing the farriers. There are guys who are farriers. They make horseshoes.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever there's a farrier on, the blacksmiths all sit up straight and watch them, because apparently these dudes are just Thor. They just swing a hammer, dude.
Yeah. That 19-year-old kid that was on there, what were they making? Hatchet. No, they made the hatchet first.
Oh, you finished it.
Yeah, I finished it. The halai. Halai? He couldn't even pronounce it.
H-I-L-A-I.
What does it look like?
It's the double blade.
Oh, the one where he screwed it up.
Yeah, he didn't have a double recurve. Yeah. He only had a curve. That kid was an idiot.
He was, but that piece was nice.
Oh no, the piece was nice. Yeah, the hatchet was nice too that he made, but God, because he's sitting there like, yeah, I either want to be a blacksmith or a bodybuilder. And I mean, he's 19, and he's like, it's just so bad. He said, because he was mispronouncing things, and he's like, I think that's how you say it. I can't remember.
That's awesome.
And he would sit there and just do that, or like be, just totally mess something up. And he's like, oh, what is it? He said, yeah, bladesmithing and bodybuilding are a lot alike because of
you have to be strong.
I can't remember what I was going to say. It's right on the tip of my tongue. I was at one point, I was like your daughter with chick on Supergirl, where I was just like, quit interviewing this guy.
Stop talking.
Stop interviewing
Stop
him.
talking.
I was kind of happy I left in the middle of that episode to go do the parade. I came home last night and finished it, but yeah, he was supposed to do a double recurve and just did a curve.
Not double recurve, just a recurve.
Recurve is more like an S.
Yes.
A curve is just a curve.
Yes.
So he was supposed to,
So you're supposed to have a blade that comes like that.
And then into a handle and then another curve. So it was
that go opposite.
Yeah.
So they're inverted.
Yes. Yes.
It's like a sine wave.
Yeah. And it's the guy built oh god, it was gorgeous. I mean, he had a really cool handle on it and everything, but
Doug picks it up and he looks at it and he goes,
he didn't even test it. He's like, we have a problem.
He walks over to Jason and he's like, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. Doug is funny.
Doug Marcaida is awesome. He's a really good martial artist.
He looks like it too. The way he swings, it's like,
dude,
man, that guy's got some skill.
Marcaida's no joke. Your
knife will kill.
It will kill. It will cut.
And that's my girl's favorite part of it.
It will cut.
Say kill. Say kill. Because it was funny because the first season he goes, it will kill. And everybody's like, yeah! And then the second season he started going, oh, this is a great knife. It will kill. And it's like, he watched the first season and he's all pissed off that he sounded like super Filipino. And then the third season he was back to kill. Because everybody went, dude, you got to keep saying that. Are you crazy?
I'm sure Twitter exploded.
Oh my God. I want a t-shirt with Marcaida's face that says, it will kill. That'd be fantastic. Forged in fire.
Oh, speaking of which,
not
speaking of which, but, terrible segue here, but we have to congratulate our good friend Rod Johnson. They are headed to the state championship, Oscar Smith High School. He's a coach there.
Nice. Football coach.
Football coach, yep. We're talking... we're talking, high school sports, so football's the one that matters. I'm looking to see if they have your Doug Marcaida t-shirt. And they do!
No, shut the hell up. Come on, don't tease me. It will kill. But they don't have keel.
Well, let's see, because that wasn't the only one.
I need it like a long keel. I need like 3 eyes.
They have a Simpsons one of it. I guess he was on the Simpsons.
It will kill. Doug Marcaida's awesome. He was really good at martial arts. He's a Filipino martial artist.
They have one that just says "it will cut." That's all it says across.
It will cut. It will cut.
It will cut.
Yeah, Doug Marcaida's awesome. There's one. What does that one say?
This weapon has been approved by Doug Marcaida.
Yeah, he's pretty slick.
He is. No, he's
there's a group of there's a weapon called a crambit, and crambit is it has a finger hole and the handle comes down through your hand and then the blade sticks out the bottom. And sometimes it's only sharpened on the inside, sometimes it's sharpened on the inside and the outside. And my friend John Holloway is a Tuhan in Albo Kali Salat, and that's sort of a karambit. That is a karambit with a knife blade on the end, so it's not technically a karambit. And I don't know what the hell that is. That thing's just badass. Obviously, Doug's been going, hey, let me design the craziest weapon ever that will just terrify you. Doug Marcaida's website, awesome. Yeah, Doug Marcaida's awesome. But I've seen John crank out a karambit and just whip that thing around, and they are terrifying weapons because you may know how to use a knife, but a karambit acts totally differently, and it's a grappling weapon as well as a cutting weapon. So you stick it in and jerk people around with it. It's nice. Yeah. A friend of mine Chris Nicklin, who's a Filipino martial arts whiz, says that Professor Dan Inosanto won't use karambits because he goes, I just think they're too. They just freak me out. the way Chris says it is, he goes, I'm a Christian. I just want to kill people. I don't want to maim them horribly and do awful things to them. It's like, oh my God.
You don't know much about Christian history.
Yeah. Well, obviously he's a real Christian.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they kill people nicely without goring them.
Well,
yeah. They never burned anyone
I don't think Professor Inosanto is.
Tell me.
No, that was Torquemada.
Tell me about Satan. Well, Satan is a wonderful character.
Good Lord. But Inosanto is actually, they call him the historian essentially in the Filipino martial arts communities, because I mean the dude just has a dozen systems easily under his belt, if not more. He was one of Bruce Lee's training partners. If you ever watch Game of Thrones, he's the guy with the sticks that Bruce Lee fights.
You guys got a good morning from Majestic Photography.
Hi. Good morning, Majestic Photography. What is it? Majestic. Oh, Majestic. That's my friend Kevin King. Great photographer. Great photographer. Yep. He's been doing it for like 30 years, and you know.
I might need your help to take some pictures of me. Sexy but tasteful.
Well, he'll have to come up from Florida to do it. We'll have to set up a...
I'll go down there. It's warmer. I can wear less.
We won't have to break. We won't have to break out.
He's like, God, no! Why'd you tell him my name? Damn you!
Majestic Photography, good stuff. If you're in the Florida,
we got some Florida people.
Florida.
So, or at least friends that are in Florida. I don't know if they care enough to watch.
Maybe it is Tampa. I don't know. He's down there somewhere. He's down there somewhere. It's all just like a big dick, so you know.
Yeah. Just depends on who's looking at it.
He's talking about big dicks.
He said, "Sure, it will cost," and then he said, "Yes, Tampa, Florida."
Tampa, Florida.
Tampa.
Yeah, but this is where I'm.
Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, Florida.
Just like Los Angeles without a football team. Sorry.
Actually, way better than Los Angeles, because Los Angeles is where everybody's running for the hills, because now they started with, this person's horrible. He sexually harassed me. Well, everybody who's ever been sexually harassed should come out and say something. And then everybody did, and now all the Los Angeles people are like, oh, this is a problem, because we're a bunch of douchebags, and we tried to sexually harass everybody. And now we're paying for it.
I'm just sharing this to my personal page, our show.
Well, wonderful. I appreciate that.
You should.
Good thing.
I almost typed, we are
Legion.
I said we ate live now.
We ate live. Well, we did.
Yeah, we're eating live.
I had a donut. I'm not gonna lie.
We're eating live. Yes. I love this last week's our thumbnail picture from last week is me face palming.
It happens.
And you wearing the same shirt you're wearing today.
Really?
Yes.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah. That's a great thumbnail picture there.
I guess I'll just start wearing this shirt every week.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not? Need some consistency in my life. I haven't worn it since last week. In fact, I think I got home and we had somewhere to go, so I took it off and hung it on my drawer, and that's where it stayed the whole time.
It's a good Sunday shirt, man. Come on.
It's a good Sunday shirt.
Yeah.
Trouble with trouble is it starts out as fun. The nice part is my wife gave me the shirt, so woohoo!
Nice.
Trouble with trouble is you end up with kids.
So I was telling a guy, or no, it was you. Never mind. Sorry, that was last week.
Yeah, it all blurs. It all blurs together. Holy crap. We need Sunday mornings to sort of get our heads together from the rest of the week. It's a good.
I just realized I was about to tell you
Exact
what
same.
we talked about last week.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Christmas tree of disapproval.
Guy in my office is shaking his protein shake, and this woman poked her head around the corner and said, "Do I hear margaritas?" No, Janet, it's 10 a.m.
Oh, it's like the my favorite meme is, hey, do you know they have a fireball scented air freshener?
That's called cinnamon.
That's called
babe.
cinnamon.
Yeah.
For people who aren't alcoholics, that's called cinnamon.
I just saw that. No, I got this one. I went line dancing last night. Well, it was a roadside sobriety test. Same thing.
That is funny.
Oh, my goodness.
Too darn funny.
Yep.
Well, I have Leos in my office, in every office from every city, so I'm pretty good.
Why are you good?
Law enforcement officers.
Oh, Leos. I thought you were going like astrological on me.
Yes. Yes. Leos are...
That's why I was confused. I'm like, why is that any good?
I don't even know what a Leo does, dude.
My dad was a Leo. It's not good.
Yeah. It's okay. It's all good.
Okay.
So what are you?
This is great. Oh, I'm a Pisces.
Oh, you and Laura.
I'm going to start
That
writing a
makes
book called
lot of sense.
I'm going to start writing a book called 50 Shades of Way.
That would
In
be
which-
Caitlin.
50, oh, what? Oh. I'm going to start writing a book called 50 Shades of Way, in which a vegan woman is lured into the sinful world of dairy by the CEO of a large cheese company.
Ah!
This is what makes it better. He ladled the fondue, blowing on it until it cooled, and it dripped onto my breasts. Though not scalding, the heat surprised me. No, Sebastian, don't. I'm a vegan, and that came from a cow. He smirked at this, licking the cheese off his fingers in a way that made my mouth go dry. Move for me, Clara. Move for me, and I'll milk you. His words made me melt like the very cheese his company sold.
Oh my God in heaven. Well, this is fair. Turnabout is fair play because we did 50 Shades of Santa last week.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
You're so quiet. Actually, I never shut up around people I'm comfortable with, but you are not one of those people.
That would be my buddy Paul Day.
That'd be me too.
That would be my buddy Paul Day. Paul Day was this super quiet dude, and then after a while we just were hanging out, and he started talking, and it was like, who the hell are you?
Oh, the meme that I posted last night on Take Offense.
What you got?
The one actor.
Oh, the one actor who kept his hands to himself?
Is there one?
Yeah, it was Paul Rubens. Pee Wee Herman.
It's not funny.
Yes, it is. He kept his hands to himself.
Oh, he did keep his hands to himself, but that doesn't mean... Oh, that's so gross. We actually... we actually... When that whole thing... Paul Rubin was in a theater, and he was
He was in a porn theater.
in a porn theater thrown down, and they somebody caught a picture of him or just saw him there.
No, they I guess cops raided the place because it wasn't supposed to be a porn theater. And yeah, so he was in there jerking off, and they caught him. So they caught him and like 20 other dudes. Like, I mean, not sitting next to each other, but
Circle jerk.
but he got busted. So of course he's the one that they focused on. You know, not the other guys. And you know, a lot of us were like, it was a porn theater.
Yeah.
He was jerking off to porn.
To porn. Well, they had when that whole thing happened. In fact, Majestic Photography, he knows about this because he sat there looking at us horrified. We were at a party, and the joke was, "Hey, look, I'm Pee Wee Herman," and we took a Vaseline bottle, and if you hit it really hard on the top, it shoots across the room. So we were like, we're taking this to the theater. Whack! Right in the back of the head. Then when somebody reaches back and touches their hair, all they'll feel
scared right now. Aside from that. That was scary too, but...
What you got?
Coog posted epoxy, glitter, and a torch getting work in. Hopefully I don't burn the house down. Okay, I understand the epoxy and torch.
I understand.
Why the fuck are you using glitter, Coog?
I understand epoxy and glitter because if you're sealing,
he does woodworking.
Yeah.
This is Coog.
Mm-hmm.
Coog the Destroyer.
Yeah.
The fuck you using glitter for?
Because he's gonna make a surface.
There's no excuse.
There's no excuse for glitter. I walked into a store once, and I know I've said this before, and I had glitter all over my arm. And this guy's like, yeah. And I went, dude, don't get excited. My girls have Barbies. Glitter is all over my house. I have 2 little girls. And he was like, oh. I said, that's your future, man. That's what happens.
Back in my day, it was called Goth herpes.
We used to call it stripper dust.
Goth herpes.
The Goths use glitter. Oh. Okay. Well, there you go. We didn't have Goths, we had Grits. I guess we sort of had Goths. It was like the early version of Goths. They just wore black and... What the hell is that?
It's a collapsible closet.
For sewing?
Yes. You can use it for anything,
Oh
for
my
all
God,
kinds
I
of
need
crafts.
one.
I know, right? This thing is amazing. Holy shit.
My wife needs that for sewing.
I need that for... It gives us more room for activities. Holy shit. We could use this in the house, period.
It doesn't look very big.
It doesn't.
And then you unfold it, and then you unfold it, then you unfold it, and it's like 8 feet wide, full of arts and crafts.
And a table that folds out of it.
Where's the sewing machine? You could do, what is that stuff? The makeup.
Yeah. Oh, dude, this would be perfect for makeup. Or just special effects makeup,
You
period.
mean special effects makeup, not like makeup.
Yeah. Well,
You do need a little.
Talon got an airbrush.
You need a little rouge. You're looking a little.
Talon got us an airbrush, so we've been playing with that.
Oh, did you get a compressor, or are you using?
Yeah, no, it came with a compressor.
Oh, nice. Back in the old days, in fact, Majestic Photography, he got an airbrush years ago, and we were playing with it. But this was when compressors were stupid expensive, and you'd have to buy bottles of compressed air to practice with, and it just...
I think the whole kit, it came with 3 airbrushes, 3 different style airbrushes, hoses, compressor, 5 different colors of paint, the cleaning solution, brushes, color wheel. I mean, all kinds of shit for like $130.
Wow, they've really gone down drastically.
Yeah, but it's really nice. It's actually a pretty decent kit.
Because I think Kevin got like an airbrush for $80.
Oh yeah, no, they've gone way down. No, because I mean, even Jack was like, yeah, just go to Hobby Lobby to get your paint. So yeah, they sell all that shit at Hobby
So you're
Lobby.
gonna start practicing how to do airbrushing just on paper at first.
Well, yeah, we're gonna start with paper, and then probably get some of those like plain white masks you can get for $1.
Oh yeah, that's a
Work
good
on
idea.
those, because then you can just white it back out and do another design. Just take a picture of it when you're done. You know, kind of like 51st dates.
It's all practice. Honest to God, we did a study. No, we did a study. They did a study in this pottery shop. This guy was teaching students how to throw, and your final exam was split down the middle. Half of the class was graded on how much stuff they threw, and the other half was graded on one piece that they had to throw very, very well.
I need that as long as everything pictured comes with
And
it.
Yeah, no.
so then it turns out that the people who threw as much as possible and were graded on quantity actually made better stuff than the people who tried to just throw one piece. So the guy was like, just throw as much as possible. It's time on the wheel. It has nothing to do. Why is that French bulldog in a drawer? How to sneak your dog into work. There is a French bulldog sitting in a drawer.
A puppy. At least he's on a UT blanket.
No, that's a French bulldog. That's a full-size French bulldog, dude.
That is?
Oh yeah, they're not very
Frenchies
big.
are tiny.
Oh, yeah.
It was in a drawer.
It's because they don't take a piss; they go wee wee. Dad jokes.
But I'm awful.
What I love is they do this thing. I can't remember what site it is. Now, if I can find it on Facebook again, I will because that's where I see it all the time.
He finds nothing.
Shut up.
He sees it. He's like,
Anyways.
hey. That's why he flips through his phone the whole time.
They take two comedians and have them sit across from each other.
Tell jokes.
Tell dad jokes.
Yes.
And it's a laugh thing. You know, you get laugh points. You know, if the other guy laughs, and you get points.
Speaking of which, saw one of those with shout out. Will Ferrell and
oh god, yeah, who was it?
They do the dad thing, the dad movies.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yes, Mark Wahlberg. Will Ferrell improvising is not very funny. Mark Wahlberg was way funnier than he was.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell's awful at just sitting there telling jokes. He does amazing stuff in movies, but just sitting around.
It's Will Ferrell's delivery that makes him, not his writing.
I don't know, just sitting there telling jokes, it was bad. All right,
yeah, we'll be back.
Give me your coffee.
Talk to you guys in a bit.
Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for
Copyright, stop it.
I'm not gonna stop it.
Travel down the road and back again.
Huh. All right.
If
That's good.
heart is true, you're a pal and a confidant.
You just sued. Got one already. awful, awful, awful. All right.
He didn't believe me. He's out there watching Will Ferrell telling horrible jokes. It was bad. Bad. Yeah, they're slacking. Slacking hard. Oh, sweet.
You know what? I forgot my quote of the day.
Did you forget your quote of the day?
Yeah, so I gotta find a quote of the day. And
Forget top 5.
and we gotta do a top 5. So
we have one more thing that we have to do before we do anything else. Thomas Blair, 3-0 as a professional.
awesome. Congratulations, Blair.
Thomas Blair last night won. Nice job. He is a good guy.
Really? Hello? That's okay.
So,
Here you go. Here's a quote for you.
You're packing your stuff?
that's okay.
Oh, gotcha.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad everything's working out.
So,
You're welcome, baby.
here we
I
go.
love you.
Steve Martin
Keep your
said
head up.
this. The
I love you.
prophet, Steve Martin.
The prophet Steve Martin. Go ahead.
A day without sunshine is like,
Night.
night. Okay, so I'm thinking we're going with a little bit difficult one this week for top 5.
What are we doing for top 5?
For top 5, I'm thinking we should do our top 5 comedians.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it?
That's a hard one.
Yeah, it is hard.
It's actually not that hard. There's some good comedians out there, but
Oh, we got Smoke UK from the UK. He's
Oh, hey!
from the UK, guys.
All right,
Smoke UK.
Smoke UK.
Hope you guys are having fun on the other side of the pond. Hell, it's not early in the morning for y'all. That's awesome. You guys are actually looking at us crazy Yanks going, oh my God, these guys look horrible. That's because it's early in the morning for us. Well, not really, but
Coffee hadn't kicked in yet.
Yeah,
coffee
right.
hadn't kicked in, or tea hasn't kicked in for us yet.
We got tea behind us. A whole lot of tea.
Got a bunch of tea?
Got a bunch of tea back here, man.
Oh yeah.
Got like five things of tea back here. I drink hot tea. Love hot tea.
Hot tea's good.
Yeah. So
Yeah, do you put milk or sugar in your
Yeah, he says 4. Yeah, man. 4 p.m. here. I'm high.
There you go.
Oh, awesome.
Good for you, man.
Sweet. Way to go, buddy.
It's not even 4:20 yet.
Well, yeah. Well, his name is Smoke UK. So
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks for watching, buddy. Appreciate that.
So tell us, is it legal there?
Is
marijuana legal
That's
there?
a
in
good
the
question
UK?
because we know. I don't know if it is
I don't know, let's find out.
like it is here
it's
in
pop-
some places. We don't have it legal in Virginia, where we're at. I know DC it's legal just because Senate needs something. We watch the videos on the Senate floor or Congress. Yeah, we watch the videos from the Congress floor, and they take a lot of weed now. So, California, Colorado, Oregon. I can't remember all the states I got now. We don't because
I don't
we're the
think
home
so.
of Jerry Falwell and Pat Robertson. So
No, I don't think it is.
It's
said
not.
no, weed is illegal here. Ooh,
Oh.
I'm telling.
Yeah, right.
No, we're not. We're not saying a damn thing.
He's telling.
Yeah. No, it's illegal. Holy smokes, that's crazy.
Don't make me call Scotland Yard and the bobbies will be at your door.
Whatever.
Like I would tell somebody
Open.
smoking the dope.
Or we'll knock again.
Aha.
That's like the whole joke about, you know, the bobbies not carrying guns. Halt! Or I'll yell halt again. Yeah, it's not like Italy or Germany where...
What movie was it? Paul.
Yes.
Paul, when the cops like, I hear that your cops don't carry guns over there. Yeah, no, they don't carry guns. Well, then how do they shoot people? They don't.
I had a friend of mine who was a police officer in the U.S. and he went over for some international thing, and the Germans and the Italians were talking to him, and they were like, "So let me get this straight: if somebody runs away from you, you can't shoot them." And John's like, "No, you can't shoot them." And the Italian guy was like, "That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my whole life," because in Italy they carry machine guns, and if you run away from them, they will shoot you. Yeah, you run from a cop in Europe, bang. We had
Because they figure if you're running away, you're probably Protestant.
How about in
He
Germany?
says most people here smoke it too, even though it's illegal. I've noticed, and yeah, that's correct. The police here carry batons.
Yes,
Yes.
they carry batons. The
And they twirl them.
we have when I was working for a government contractor, we had install crews in Italy doing work out there, and they drove past this one cop and they didn't stop. He had like a stick with a reflector on it, and he held it up, and it wasn't like a stop sign or anything, so he just drove right past him. Well, all of a sudden there's a guy on a motorcycle behind him, and the cop walks over and he goes, "La, la, la," and he's yelling at him in Italian, and they're like, "We have no idea what you're saying," and he goes, "Oh." He goes, "Americans?" And they're like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh." And he goes, holds up his little reflector thingy, and he's like, holds up and he goes, "Stop." "No stop." Boom. And they're like, "Yes, sir." And they're like, "Good." And he gets on his motorcycle and drives away. And they're like, "Oh my God, we almost got killed in Italy."
He said, here, even if you run, the police just chase you down.
And then beat you with a stick.
Better than they do here. They chase you down and then shoot you in the back.
Yep.
Now they got little cameras.
So, top 5 comedians. And, I'll start. And it's one we both love. And hopefully Smoke 420 does too, because he's from their area. You know, he comes from Europe, where the history comes from. Eddie Izzard. Eddie Izzard. Or as they say in England, Eddie Izzard. Because that's actually how he says it. It's Eddie Izzard. Izzard.
He's a good one.
If you haven't seen Eddie Izzard, transvestite comedian, straight, but he's a transvestite, dresses as a woman.
Executive transvestite.
He was in one of the Ocean's movies. He did the Fabergé. He did the hologram of the Fabergé egg in the movie for him. He
was in Mystery Men.
Across the Universe. He played Mr. Kite, being for the benefit of Mr. Kite, and Across the Universe was a great movie.
He was in Shadow of the Vampire.
Yes,
which is
he was.
That was
he
where
had a show for a while called The Riches too. He was on.
He said, yeah, most people here love American comedians too.
Oh yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, appreciate that.
We worked hard to do so. Be so. We need comedians, dude. It's all so ridiculous. It's just madness. You got to look at the world and go, really? That's a thing.
Okay, so who you got? Number 5.
He's been in a little bit of trouble. Probably Louis C.K.
Really? A little bit of trouble?
Yeah, he's been in a little bit of trouble.
So you still love him after he admitted to rocking his cock out?
He's still funny.
He's still funny. He's still hilarious. It's it's just one of those things. It's and I'll jump to 4 because what was his name? George Carlin said, yeah, you can take offense. Like people get all offended, because they say, Rape is never funny. And George Carlin's comment is, bullshit. I dare you to think about Porky Pig raping Elmer Fudd and not laugh your ass off. And it's like, damn. So
George Carlin's your number 4.
George Carlin is number 4.
My number 4 is a guy I saw live with my buddy Josh. Actually, Josh and I have seen a bunch of comedians live, but actually no, I take that back. He'll be my number 3. My number 4 is somebody my wife and I saw live, who just came out with a special that I have to finish watching. I watched like the first 5 minutes of it. Rodney Carrington. You may know him as the Titties and Beer, or
no, that's funny.
You've never? Oh, really? Was it Dear Penis?
Yeah.
Dear Penis, I don't think I like you anymore.
Yeah.
Rodney Carrington's great comedian from Oklahoma, and just he's funny as shit, raunchy as shit.
Good deal.
Talks about
Titties and beer.
titties and beer.
Titties and beer.
Hunting 2-legged deer. Thank God I ain't queer. Yeah. Yeah. God, he some of it, especially his older stuff, was fucking phenomenal. Talking about going to Disneyland with his family, you know, from Oklahoma. You know, it's like that's like a 9-day trip in the truck with the family. You know,
That's a hike, man.
he's like, so you walk around this place, you're stinking to high hell because you've been walking around with the same damn people saying the same damn lines, carrying around a 50-pound Winnie the Pooh you wanted a fucking ring toss 5 hours ago. It's like you get in the tram, the guy's like, where are you parked? Fuck it, take us home. Where do you live? Oklahoma, jackass. Get to driving.
That's funny.
And that's the clean stuff. Yeah. What is it? He's like, my wife asked me, do you ever think about cheating on me? Every goddamn day of the week. I'm a man. I have a dick. Pussy's my friend. You guarantee you right now, you crack my head open, a bunch of little hairy triangles come flying out of there.
That's hilarious.
Yep, that's him. Legend. Yeah, legend. But we're behind, so I don't know which legend you're talking about, Smoke. But okay. So yeah, that's my number 4, and I'll jump to 3. Like I said earlier, what I saw with my buddy Josh, our buddy Josh, Christopher Titus.
Oh, Christopher Titus is good.
Live was no, sorry, I'm not thinking Christopher Titus. I'm thinking Bill Burr.
Bill Burr
Was the one we saw live.
My number 3.
Saw Chris Titus with you, right? Were you? No, it was Josh and Nick. Yeah, no. So it was Bill Burr. Bill Burr live. It's so good. He's fucking great.
Number 3 for me would be Gabriel Iglesias. Just a good guy. I mean, he's just funny.
He is.
He's just hilarious.
He is, and he's all about
and
giving.
He just makes you laugh.
He's all about giving other comedians a boost too, and he's funny as hell. Honestly, the last special, which was a Netflix special, he was actually throwing the F-bomb out there.
No.
Oh yeah, well he does it live.
No.
But you know, because he's more known as a family type comedian. But you know, yeah, he's throwing some F-bombs out there.
Yeah. As he goes through his son's
Frankie's
poor Frankie. But
yeah, we're talking about Fluffy Smoke.
But
because he's my number 2.
Oh really?
Hey, yeah,
It's Bill Burr's my number 2.
Yeah, because we saw Gabriel Iglesias live as well. During the last tour.
I like Bill Burr because Bill Burr actually does a podcast.
Yes.
And Bill Burr's podcast is he just turns on his thing and starts talking. And oh my God, I love Bill Burr because his give a fuck is so low.
Okay, and
he just doesn't have a give a fuck. It's just gone.
What else is great with Bill Burr is his show on Netflix, F is for Family. The cartoon he does on there. Have you ever watched that?
No.
Oh my God, yes, you must watch F is for Family. It's set in like
the 70s?
70s or 80s. I think it's the late 70s maybe.
Like 70s transition.
Yeah, 70s transition to 80s. He plays the dad. His son is played by Justin Long. Sam Rockwell plays the neighbor who's got drives a Corvette and he's got a boat and different chick at his house every day and he's always standing there with his fucking bulge and shit. Oh yeah, it's so good. You know, he's sitting there, because this is late 70s, early 80s, and he's like, why the fuck does the phone always ring right when we're sitting down to a fucking family dinner? We're trying to fucking spend time together, So I'm not fucking answering. Just answering.
What's
you're
called?
Gonna answer.
F is for Family.
F is for Family. It's on Netflix. I think it's at just 2 seasons now. So good, so good. Yeah, Bill Burr's cartoon. Yeah, F is for Family. You got to watch that.
Oh, I am.
It is.
I have a little thing on my Evernote. It's called To Watch. And Cody will start spewing. And it's like, oh, crap. I got to put another one on there.
But yeah, you
I was
got.
gonna say how many on there are recommendations from Cody.
A bunch of them. A bunch of them.
You got to watch F is for Family. That show is. It's like The Simpsons and Family Guy. Actually, it's not even like it's like an early '80s sitcom. That's real. Like this is the shit. You know, you're a little fucking shit. You know, yelling at his kids and shit. The kid, I hate you, Dad. You know, the whole thing. It's fucking great. Fucking the mom starts selling Tupperware and shit. You know, it's like that. You know, he works at an airport.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's so good.
Okay, here's
Trevor Noah. I actually like Trevor Noah. He wouldn't make my top 5, but I do like Trevor Noah. Smoke asked what we thought about him. Do you know Trevor Noah? He's the one who took over the Daily Show. A South African comedian.
Yeah, I've never. I got really tired of the Daily Show when it went. See, the Daily Show used to be awesome because they would go after everybody, and for a while they just didn't. They got all
PC.
Yeah, they got all PC, and it took a lot out of it because I'm a huge Ron Paul fan, and one of my favorite episodes ever was Jon Stewart going, wow, here's, Ron Paul, blah, 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 and then he starts shooting all these, or playing all these clips of the news just bagging on Ron Paul, and he's like, wait a minute, here you have a guy who's a doctor, who's been a senator for years, he's never changed his ideology, he's been ideologically consistent forever, and the guy was just, and he if somebody did something stupid, if fucking Pocahontas, Elizabeth Warren, was being a dumbass, Jon Stewart would call her out on it. Mm-hmm. It doesn't seem like it's that way anymore, and that's kind of irritating to me. I'm an equal opportunity offender. If you're going to go after one person, equal rights. You go after everybody. So as soon as you start this politically correct, and that's why I love.
It's not even politically correct. It's more of a
agenda. There's an agenda.
It's agenda biased. Yeah.
See, I love the fact that now they're calling out. They're like, Trump says to grab. Says he grabbed people by the pussy, which he never did. Trump never said, "Yeah, I just grab them by the pussy." He said, "Yeah, they want you. They jump in your lap and want you to just grab their pussy." That's all he ever said in a locker room. And now all these fuckers are coming out who did, and they're on the other side. They
actually grabbed the pussy.
They actually grabbed the pussy. Like Ron, who's that senator with the glasses? Fucking, he looks just slimy as shit. But yeah, I'm enjoying the fact that they're trying to say, well, we're holier than thou.
And for those of you who haven't watched the show before, don't think that he's all jumping on Trump's side with anything, because we definitely don't jump on Trump's side.
There's no sides.
No.
If you're a douchebag, fuck you. Like this whole tax thing, I'm a huge fan because I have a small business. So far, this looks awesome to me. If you don't like it, too bad. Oh, I might have to pay taxes. Fuck you. You have no idea how much tax. If you're a small business owner, you have to make a ridiculous amount of money just to break even.
Yeah.
Because they're talking about taking corporate taxes from 35% to 20%. Do you have any idea how much money you have to earn just to break even as a small business? Screw you. Your taxes get paid by your company. Oh, I hate corporations. Who do you work for, bitch?
I hate corporations.
You work for the man. She works for the man. She works for frickin' Anthem. They are the man. Oh my God.
Let's not get my wife fired.
Why? She likes her corporation.
I like my corporation.
Yeah, she does.
She likes her corporation. But the whole point of it is, we bitch and scream about corporations. Okay, who hires everybody? Who runs everything?
Man.
Corporations.
Corporations, they have more money to throw around.
You know what? And we were watching American Outlaws last night. I don't know if you've seen that. The Jesse James movie, Colin Farrell, came out years ago.
Yeah.
Completely historically inaccurate, but still. It's actually a good movie, though. It's historically inaccurate, but it's good. But Colin Farrell, Scott Conn, Timothy Dalton plays Pinkerton.
Hold on, we got to stop. Oh, I have seen that.
Yeah.
I did see that because I remember Timothy Dalton.
So
we got one more thing.
What? Oh,
we
comedian.
got one more.
Oh,
one
we
more
do.
Comedian.
Okay, so we got to get back to that because that goes with what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
So one more comedian. Go ahead.
Bill Hicks.
Bill Hicks is
Number
a good
one. Bill Hicks.
Bill Hicks is a good one.
Bill Hicks he was like a prophet, and the favorite thing he ever did, one thing, he goes, "Is there a point? Let's find a point." That's his one routine that he did, which was unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
And we all have to remember, this is just a ride. And we get really involved in this ride because it goes ups and downs and round, and it is thrills and spills and bright lights, and people remember or figure out it's just a ride. And they try to chill us out and go, "Hey, relax. It's just a ride, man." And we kill those people.
It's good.
Oh my God.
That's
It's
good.
like, he's not only is he hilarious, because he is hilarious.
Yeah,
He's
he
a freaking
is.
awesome comedian. But talk about essence of comedy, and this is where George Carlin was pretty good. You take truth and you make it funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's all a comedy is.
Yeah.
Is taking, the absurd and going, "Hey, here you go.
Yeah.
Laugh at this."
Well, that kind of takes us to my top one, who is the anti-comedian, the guy who makes fun of comedians, basically. Or makes fun of making all this money for being a comic,
Sure.
and that's Bo Burnham. I absolutely love Bo Burnham. I love his style. The people who don't get him don't get what's going on. Because he talks about like the opening to which one was it? What is it? What?
What?
I think it's what. Yeah.
What?
What is the name of the title of the stand-up?
What?
So the opening is it's a song. He's up there dancing to it, and they're like, "They told you to be funny because it helped you make money, but now you're contractually obligated. So dance, you fucking monkey, dance, monkey, dance." Yeah, I mean, yeah, he rips on all the stuff that comedians do. It's like he's going from the microphone to his keyboard, and he's like, "Never waste a moment. Every moment can be a comedic moment." I mean, he's just completely ripping the way it's you've been told for years it's supposed to be done.
Comedy Smoke said comedy brings everyone together.
Yeah,
I agree.
it does. It does.
Because if you can laugh at yourself, dude, laugh at yourself.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you think you're all that? Look in a mirror.
Dude, some of the best comedians are self-deprecating. I mean, you look at them when they rip on themselves. All that. I mean, Bo does it too. He's like, talking about he's like, "My dad told me I was too flamboyant on stage," and I was like, "Really, Dad?" And throws a bunch of glitter, and he's, but yeah, I mean, and it's real life.
My Uncle Bert actually does that. He goes, "Do you know why gay people do this? Because oftentimes there's not enough room to go, 'Here I am!'"
Yeah, I mean, the guys who are...
Uncle Bert's not homophobic, by the way. There was a point in time when Uncle Bert, who's in the SCA, had what he called the Bull Dyke Brigade, which was 5 or 6 lesbian women all in armor. It is what it is. Actually, in the SCA, they changed the rules a couple of years ago. It used to be that you couldn't be king and have a consort who was the same sex. You had to fight for a girl if you were a boy, and if you were a girl, you had to fight for a boy. And now they've changed it so that your consorts can be same sex.
Wow, okay, that's cool.
So yeah, it's kind of cool. I always thought it was a silly rule.
So back to the American Outlaws thing, because we were talking about government and who runs it and everything like that. The people who run the country, basically, corporations, and they're of course, Jesse James was known for fighting against the railroad because they killed his mom and burnt their house down, and so he was stealing the money from their pay. That's the thing. A lot of people, if you really read up on Jesse James, and that's what they got right in the movie, is they actually were fighting the railroad, and the money they were stealing from the banks was the railroad payroll. They were only stealing from the railroad. They would only steal the railroad's money.
Kind of like Robin Hood.
Yeah. And they would go back and give the money back to the farmers and stuff that were getting beat to shit by Pinkerton and his detectives. And the guy tells them at one point they do arrest Jesse, and they're putting him on a train. And the guy who runs the railroad is looking basically like, oh, so this is the little pissant base that's stealing all my money. You've cost me millions of dollars. You've stolen thousands. I want to see you hang every day for a year. This guy is nothing. This guy is nothing. He's like, you're saying that when I have cuffs on.
Yeah.
He's like, I should let you know that there will always be people, or the right people will always run this country. The people like me. And
yeah.
I was like, wow, some writer made a political statement in this movie.
It's not untrue. It really isn't. There's
You think Trump's running this country? Do you really? Trump is the guy that go, look at this guy being an idiot. Hey, look, there's a black guy over here. He's president now.
Anytime the news freaks out and starts going, oh, look at this, look at this. Don't look at that. Look somewhere else.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah, there's some shit going on, dude.
No, they want you to look at the big floating head.
Look at the big... And again, it's... I've said this for years. If you look at a Mack truck, there's a little dog sitting on the front. Mm-hmm. That's all the president is a little silver dog. He is not steering the truck. Not even a little bit.
No.
It's nonsense.
They said it in with honors. The president is not an elected king. The president is a figurehead.
Yeah. In fact, they I can't remember who.
Because if you ever watch them when they're signing bills, here you go, Mr. President, sign that. He doesn't sit there and read it first.
Yeah.
Here, this is what you need to sign.
Yeah.
This is what you need to sign. He's sitting there just talking to the cameras. You know who the president is? You know who the president is?
The guy standing behind him, handing him
the president is Governor LaMontagne from Blazing Saddles.
Exactly.
And the Congress and Senate are Hedley Lamar. Here, Mr. President, sign this. And he's all distracted by the boob sitting next to him. Hey boys, how you doing? I missed you. Mel Brooks played the best president ever.
And dare I say...
Twice.
Dare. Yes.
Twice. President Scrooge.
Salute.
Because we were talking about that, how Spaceballs is coming true.
Oh, dude.
Because they have canned air now.
Perry Air.
But they do. They have canned air.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it all comes true.
Everything comes from the mountains of California.
Yeah, because that's where you want your air.
Northern California.
That's still not where you want your air.
You don't want your air from anywhere in America.
Dude, you don't...
Maybe Montana.
See, that's the part... that's a... Yes, Montana, okay. I'll take that. We need to steal air from Canada. Sneak up... We need an air stealing plant in Saskatchewan. Because that's still a fairly nice area. What are these big trucks full of? Saskatchewan air.
I think of Grown Ups. The first Grown Ups movie.
Which part?
The dude at the water park. I'm from Saskatoon.
I'm from Saskatoon.
You ladies are from America, no?
That's hilarious.
God. Okay. Yeah, there's a show coming out. I can't remember the name of it.
Of course there is.
It's a reality show where they take these four guys and take. No, hold on. They take these four guys and take them to all these crazy places in the world, and they do crazy things. These four guys: George Foreman,
okay,
Terry Bradshaw, Henry Winkler, and Bill Shatner.
Shut the hell up.
No, it's for real. Yeah.
Bill Shatner better be careful. He's old enough to break a hip.
They all are.
Dude, George Foreman's not going to break a hip. That dude's scary. Henry Winkler, yeah, maybe.
Terry Bradshaw.
Terry Bradshaw.
He's a big guy. I met him in person. He's a very, very large man.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah. You got to think he had to stand behind that Steelers offensive line
And see over it.
Yeah, I mean shit. You know, Terry Bradshaw was a big guy.
Hey, when you guys are blocking, can you like bend over a little bit? Cause
check out An Idiot Abroad. It's a TV series.
Yes.
I think that's the one with
yes, brilliant show.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, that poor guy. They put him in these situations, and he's like, no.
Isn't that wasn't he like he was like an assistant for Ricky Gervais, wasn't he?
Oh, dude, they put that poor guy through.
I think that's what it was. I think he was like Ricky Gervais' assistant. And if you don't know Ricky Gervais, he's from the original, the UK version of The Office, or the original version of The Office. Before Smoke yells at me.
You mean The
Office?
The
Office. Well, you know, and I've noticed that now. We got a lot of shows like that that are, you know, from
oh yeah, dude,
other countries that they brought here and turned it. I mean, they even did a version of Broadchurch here. I can't remember what it was called, but Broadchurch was what it was called in England. It was a detective drama with David Tennant in it. And then they brought it to the U.S. and put David Tennant in it. And it was really good. The U.S. version was actually really the season I saw.
They actually in the old days.
Oh yeah, we seen it, dude. He said, "Oh my God, you've seen it."
in the old days when BBC America actually used to play British shows.
They still do. There's only one show I watch on BBC America.
Luther?
No. And I'll explain that one. No, but I watched Doctor Who.
Oh, okay.
But no, Luther I watched on Netflix, and I had to stop because it was affecting my mood. I mean, I would finish an episode of Luther and just be like, man, fuck everything. Fuck everything. I mean, it was seriously a mood killer, man. It was like fucking with me emotionally because that is a fucked up show. And Idris Elba is a great fucking actor. I absolutely love Idris Elba, and I think he should play Jon Stewart, Green Lantern. But
that's a good idea.
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
Yeah, but I mean, he's already Heimdall.
Yeah, he's
he's so good. I still haven't seen Dark Tower. I gotta see Dark Tower. No, Luther. It wasn't just Luther. I was watching back and forth between Luther and The Killing.
Oh, that'll do it.
There, yeah, both super dark shows. And I tell you what, and that redhead in Luther was fucking with me too, because it's like, dude, get the fuck away from her. Stop going back to that chick. One, she's like 30 years younger than you. Two,
can't do it.
She's a psycho and you know it. Get the fuck away from her.
Okay, but you already said that. You said there was a redhead in Luther. So, why are you repeating yourself?
He can say that because he lives with redheads and they don't watch the show.
3 of them. They actually wanted. My daughters were like, "Hey, can we watch the show?" No.
And make sure you tell them we can see who's watching.
Yes. Well, they're at church now.
Okay.
And I don't know that they can. I don't think they know what it's called.
Good. Okay. Well, how'd your daughter know how many viewers we had?
She guessed.
Okay. She guessed right.
Fingers crossed. She guessed.
She's already watched the show.
She's watched it.
You'll know when you get home. She's like, "Way to go, Dad! You talked about me on the show."
That would be the youngest.
Yeah. No, the oldest would be like, "Let me tell you what I know about vibrators."
That better be an electric toothbrush in your... You better be brushing your teeth, damn it. Fuck you.
Calm down on that one. Hey, think about it this way.
At least it's not some
it's not a
young boy.
dick.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna try not to be super repressive and freak him out and have him, like, because what the last thing I want to do is have him like super repressed and then get to college and go, dicks are great, and try them all.
Now see, now I just totally forgot. You threw me off with Luther. Damn it! What was I talking about?
Shows on BBC America.
Okay, yeah, and I said Doctor Who. That's the one I watched. Yeah. Oh, and then I said I would explain about Luther.
Yeah, but we what I said before, when they used to have a lot of actually British. So the reason I say that it's not a lot of British shows is we have NATO people who live in our neighborhood. Our neighborhood's got a bunch of houses, and the NATO people love to rent those houses for whatever reason. And one of Laura's good friends was
Set that there so you can see what he says too.
a young lady named Sally in the UK, and they moved back to the UK. And it's funny she reads her Facebook all the time, and it's like, I got a call from my son. I had a rugby ball that I sent to my son, and I ordered dog food. Well, the rugby ball showed up at my house, and 30 kilos of dog food ended up at the boarding house. I can't bring myself to call the headmistress because I don't know what I'm going to say to her. So, you get fun stuff like that. It's like, oh, all right. Typical stuff like that. But they were great people. They had a little boy, and he was a little redhead, and he was in my daughter's class. And
so there was no souls left in that class.
oh, dude, they sucked between my daughter and that little boy, they sucked every soul they could find. But my daughter was hilarious because, very nice young man. And I met the whole family, and they're just very sweet. And every time, it was the only time, I'll put it this way, it was the only time in my memory I can remember my daughter not talking constantly. And I'm like, that's amazing. And I'm like, and the young man's name was George. And George is going on, and she looks at me after George leaves because he came over to the house for like a birthday party or something. She goes, the way he talks is just so fancy, or something like that. She's just sitting there. she's sitting there she's like, he's just so fancy. And it's like, it took a British accent to shut my daughter up.
Where are they from?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I honestly have no idea. They had to the NATO people come over.
Obviously, it wasn't Cockney.
No. They're very proper, very
Okay.
very.
Thank
very
you, Smoke. Appreciate that. He said we're funny.
Awesome Smoke. We appreciate it.
Yeah, because we. Okay.
Ho ho ho.
So we because it's funny. A lot of people growing up, it's you're growing up as a kid. And you hear the British accents in movies and things like that, and you're like, oh my god, Dick Van Dyke did an amazing British accent. The Brits are like, the fuck he did.
Yeah.
The fuck was he doing? The Cockney people were like, the fuck was he talking about? It's a jolly holiday with Mary. It's like, and he even admits it. He's like, oh god, no, it was terrible. But now you look at it and it's like, who was it? I was watching Talking Dead the other night. Which comes on after Walking Dead with Chris Hardwick, and he brings on guests and some of the actors from Walking Dead.
The book was better.
But the book was really good. But well, no, I'll explain that one too. So, but he had Melissa McBride who plays Carol.
For those of you who don't know, The Walking Dead is a comic book.
Yes, but he had Melissa McBride who plays Carol on the show, sitting on the couch, and he's like, how does it feel to be like one of the few Americans on the show? Because they had a British guest that was a fan of the show on there, and he's like, you could be a Southerner on Walking Dead, because Morgan and Rick and Maggie and Jesus and so many of them are British.
Did Jesus get bit and come back?
No.
Oh.
I have a theory about Jesus, but anyways,
they need to have it. They need to have a pet zombie named Jesus.
But you're talking about the book being better. Robert Kirkman, who created Walking Dead, the writer for the comic book, and he's also a writer on the show.
Sure.
They asked him about that. Why the changes, between the two.
Screw people up.
Well, no. He said honestly, he's like, I love doing the show because it gives me an opportunity to fix things that I thought I did wrong.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Which, that makes, cause sometimes, as a creator, you look at something that you finished and you go, maybe I should have gone this route, seen what would have happened.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what he's able to do.
Well, that's why comic books reboot all the time.
Now, I have a theory about Jesus. Now, you don't watch Walking Dead. So I have a theory about Jesus. And I'm gonna put that out there now. This is kind of it's mostly give me spoiler free. I mean, unless you're like way super behind, but and you don't even know who Jesus is. Wait, hold on. Smoke says, I noticed when Americans try speaking British, they use the Queen's English, aka the posh version. I sound nothing like Victoria Beckham. Sorry, had to make that joke. No, but my thing is, I don't think Negan's in charge. I do not think Negan's in charge because what is the group Negan is in charge of? The Saviors.
Oh.
I think Jesus is in charge,
Always
and
has
he's
been.
infiltrating the good guys, or what we think are the good guys.
He always has been.
I think that's what it really, and that's why he didn't want to kill the Saviors after they hit the outpost.
He laughed. the posh version.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't. That's why he didn't want to kill those Saviors. I think Jesus is Negan.
Jesus also says, "Love your enemies." That's why he doesn't want to kill saviors.
It's not. They call him Jesus because of how he looks.
Don't judge people by how they look.
I'm gonna laugh if I type in Jesus. No, it didn't do it. Okay.
And you get
Walking Dead. Jesus Walking Dead. I was gonna laugh if that was like the first thing on there.
Oh, I was gonna laugh if you typed Jesus and got an image of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's why they call him Jesus.
Oh, he's a bad guy, dude.
Well, no, but he's
look at those eyebrows. He's totally a bad guy.
He is a super, like, on the show, he's like super parkour guy too. Like, he's
a bad guy.
badass.
You can see the eyebrows.
Fucking Jedi. Oh wow, the TWD, The Walking Dead. But yes, I think Jesus is actually in charge of the Saviors, and he's doing all this shit. That's why he was in the Hilltop, and that's why he was never really a part of the Hilltop. He just kind of stayed there. He didn't work for Gregory or any of that stuff. I think that's what it is. Because they talked about the guy who ran it before Negan.
We'll have to write predictions down.
Oh, but it's on video now. They know. Take that shit. You listen to me, Kirkman? And Gimple? Scott and Gimple? Nicotero?
Oh, check it out. I'm Reverse Flash.
Gail Ann Hurd? All you people on the show? Can't believe how they killed off the tiger was so pathetic if you imagine a real tiger in that situation.
Real tigers are badass. Did they?
Well,
was
have
it
you
easy?
seen Shiva? Shiva was massive.
What?
Shiva was like a huge Siberian, like just
Did they just
fucking
shoot,
like Raja from Aladdin big.
Did they just shoot it once? And it...
No, she got taken by a herd of walkers.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. That's weird because in normal lore, animals just get away from them. They run.
And that's not okay. Here's my thing too with spoilers on The Walking Dead. If it was in the comic, it's not a spoiler.
Was it in the comic?
It was in the comic.
Oh, Shiva got
She got killed in the comic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Shiva was killed in the comic. So it's not a spoiler because you should have read the fucking comics.
Yeah, real tigers are badass.
Yeah, but there was like a few walkers. I know.
Yeah.
They had to kill her somehow, and it was more of a thing to fuck with King Ezekiel's emotions. So, and I got to give it up. Kari Payton is an awesome actor who plays King Ezekiel. And what's crazy is before this, he was mostly known as a voice actor. He's been in a ton of video games and a ton of cartoons. He did like a ton of the DC cartoons. I know he did one with Yvette Nicole Brown. But yeah, just a great actor. He's done a great job as King Ezekiel. I really enjoy him on there, and Jerry helps that a lot too. Jerry's awesome. Yeah, you don't watch the show, so you don't get any of this, but yeah, I mean, it was more of a yeah.
It's not like it's a new thing. Listening to you talk about
stuff you don't
shit
know
that
about.
I had no idea about.
Yeah.
It's like
you do the same thing. You start talking about AIs and shit, and I just zone out. But that's why I keep my phone with me. He was in Teen Titans. That's it. Thank you, Majestic. He was in Teen Titans. Yes, he's a voice on Teen Titans. Kari Payton was. But no, I mean they could have done better with Shiva, but you know, like with the way this season's going, all out war, except for the last episode, which was kind of subdued with the fighting, because every episode before that was just like fucking just in the words from Club Dread, they were just killing the dick out of everyone.
dick out of everyone.
There was a lot of killing going on in the first episodes of the season. So met Kari, and he is an awesome person. He seems like it. You know, every time I see him on Talking Dead, man, he seems like just the coolest guy you want to sit and just chill with and have a beer and just have a conversation with the guy. I mean, he's...
Majestic actually went to a Comic-Con and had breakfast with Stan Lee. He and his wife hung out and got autographs and had breakfast and just... It was a thing.
Got to eat with God. Okay, Smoke says, what about Game of Thrones? You guys seen that? I think he's like, what'd you say, like 2 episodes from the end?
2 episodes from the
He's
end.
2 episodes from being caught up completely.
Yeah, Game of Thrones is one of those other things where there's a Yank. One.
Oh, there is only one American actor, and he's the best actor on the show.
And he pretends to have a British accent.
And
I don't know
if
he pulls it off.
Yeah,
or not.
hey, Smoke, does Dinklage pull off that accent well? Because it doesn't even, honestly though, it doesn't have to be a British accent because they're not in England.
No, they're on a different planet.
I wouldn't say
different planet.
It can be.
Look at the map. It's a different planet.
Yes, but it's
a different. That's why you can get away with 14-year-olds.
You mean 14-year-olds? Oh, in the book, yeah. She's not 14 on the show.
Oh, okay.
No. Dany's not 14 on the show. They wouldn't have been able to show her topless.
Dude, Sansa.
She has never been topless.
I mean, marrying off 12 and 14-year-olds.
Oh, well, you can get away with that on a lot of shows. They do it all the time.
Get away with that in North Carolina.
Yeah, right? But no, I mean, when I was talking more of, because...
The dwarf.
Dinklage, Peter Dinklage, Tyrion.
Is Tyrion, the little
He's American.
dwarf guy.
Does he pull off the accent?
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's the only American on the show. Yeah, which I loved. I think he was on with Jon Stewart or somebody years ago, and they're like, "So, man, we're seeing all these great backdrops that you're filming on," and they're like, "He's like, where do you guys film? Is it just one place? You guys travel around?" He goes, "Jersey. We film in the mountains of Jersey, and we live in castles, and they call us to the set with ravens."
Nice.
I
actually, my favorite character in Game of Thrones is actually, I lost his name. He was a mercenary and he worked with
Bronn. Bronn's good.
Absolute favorite.
Bronn's good. To see Tyrion is my favorite.
Bronn's my favorite.
And I love Davros, the Onion Knight.
Oh yeah, Davros.
He is.
That's where common sense takes over.
Yeah, and just his deadpan humor when it happens, just that quick deadpan release that
I've got my finger bones around my neck as a reminder not to be a dumbass.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, Tyrion is my favorite. Okay.
Yeah.
Peter Dinklage, just a great actor, and if you hear about his story. If you hear about his story, though, his personal story, it's amazing. How he became an actor, and basically
data processor. I'll start it off. His data processor used to do acting on the side, and then went, screw it, done.
And
gonna be an actor
now. Until he got big.
Yeah.
Ha!
Did you get the joke?
But he's also cool, man. He's like, I don't care if you use the M word or the D word. Just, you can call me a midget. I don't care.
Midgets are awesome. Why complain about midgets? That's like the best word.
Also like the bald guy. I forgot his name.
The spider.
Oh, Varys.
The spider.
Varys, which if you see him outside of the show, completely different dude. Really? He looks completely...
He doesn't have his little birds?
No, he has hair. Yes.
So bizarre. I guess they shave it for the thing. Or do they just bald cap him?
They might bald cap him.
They can't bald cap him. That's too good. They have to shave... Holy Jesus.
He's got long hair.
He's got a beard.
Yeah.
He has great hair. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That dude has amazing hair.
He really does.
No, they shave his head. Look. Yeah, that's not fake.
Oh, okay. You don't... Dude, really? With the special effects makeup crew they have, no, it's shaved. Look, there it is.
Yeah,
he's also great too. Sandor Clegane. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
The Hound.
Well, he's supposed to be. Who's that?
That's Sansa. And that's douchebag. What's his name?
The bastard.
The bastard. What was his name? The one that was the dick to Sansa.
And everyone else. And
the one that chopped off fucking
killed his father
nuts.
and had chopped everything off.
Yeah.
Like cut it all off.
Yeah.
But
The
he
one that fucked Theon royally.
Greyjoy.
Yeah,
Cut
but
his
yeah,
nuts
he
off.
cut his junk off. Yeah.
Cut all of his
I'm
junk
trying to
off.
remember.
That's freaking.
Which made for a great scene when Theon had to fight his way back into his group to be their leader. Remember?
No, because I haven't seen the last two.
Was that the last one?
Yes.
Okay, my bad. No, just well, no, you see it coming. They show it in the trailer.
Well, I already know what's going to happen. Somebody kicks him in the nuts and it doesn't work.
Exactly. There you go.
That
Genius.
That comes from Passenger 57, which was That comes from Passenger 57, which was a movie with Wesley Snipes, where the bad guy's a psychopath, and you find out why, because his dad cut his nuts off. And during the thing, Wesley Snipes knees him in the groin, and there's nothing to hurt. He knees him, and the guy just looks at him. And he's like, oh dear.
No, wait till you see this one.
Ramsay Bolton.
Ramsay Bolton. Fucking Boltons, man.
The Bolton, the
You know
flayed man.
Yeah, you know they're fucked up when their sigil's the flayed man. Stark's got a wolf. Baratheons have a
Deer.
deer. Stag, yeah.
Stag. Lions.
Fucking flayed man.
Don't fuck with the flayed man.
And the people of River Run, no, not River Run. River Run's fucking The Hobbit.
No, it is.
Yeah, but Caitlyn Stark's people, her uncles and everybody.
The Vale.
No. The Vale was her sister.
Yeah.
Her sister married into the Vale.
Oh, yes.
I'm talking about the one they had the fish. Theirs was a fish.
Tullies.
No.
The Tullys were the fish. That was Caitlyn Stark.
Yeah, you're right. Totally. I'm thinking Tarly. Yeah, Tullies were the fish. Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Tullies. Yeah,
Tarly's is Samwell's family. Samwell Tarly. Sam from.
Yes. Who took his dad's sword and went, fuck you. I'm the eldest. And then his dad died. So it's like.
So you got there.
Oh, yeah.
Where his dad got burnt.
By the dragons.
His dad and brother.
You should have left his brother alive. Yeah, fuck them.
Okay, so you got to that episode. Is that the last episode you saw?
The last episode I got to was where they're riding horses through the river. Jaime Lannister falls on the edge of the river and sinks 100 feet. Because rivers are deep enough that horses can run through them. But if you fall in your armor, you sink to the bottom.
So that was that episode because he got
he gets pulled out by Bronn.
Okay.
Who is my favorite.
Okay. So you
and
saw
Bronn's
that,
and Bronn's like, you're a fucking idiot. What the hell are you doing? That's a dragon.
Yeah. So he so that was the episode after because the episode before that is where you saw him get freaking tackled into the water, and you're like, who the fuck tackled him? Because I thought maybe
and then you see the fire. The cool part is when they're in the water and everything lights up because the dragon blows his fire. It's like, oh dear. Yeah, I have not seen the last. I gotta watch the last two.
Yeah, you do definitely.
It's just here I don't have HBO, so typically what I do is wait for free HBO weekend, and then I on demand whatever I haven't seen, and it just happens to turn out. And I don't know why this is true, but it always is true. When my wife goes out of town with the girls, free HBO weekend. Always. It's always happened. For the past 5 years, whenever they go out of town, I get free HBO. And I sit there, and people go, what are you going to do? Are you going to do all this stuff? And I'm like, I'm going to do jack and shit. The dog and I are going to sit on the couch, and I'm going to watch Game of Thrones.
That's not going to happen.
That's all I do.
The dog's not going to sit there that whole time. That dog starts freaking out and losing its mind. And
the dog's way better than when I'm just sitting there. When there's no one. Actually, for the first couple of days, the dog spends a lot of time looking out the window, going, "Are they coming back?" And then by the third day, she's like, "Oh, what's me and Dad? Fuck it, we're here alone. We're the pack now."
Yeah, he said, "Watch it online." Smoke did.
Oh, to be honest, I'll fire stick it.
There you go.
Yeah,
I can do that. I have that capability.
We have the technology.
I have the technology. I don't have a Fire Stick, but what most people don't know is you can download Kodi on your laptop, and you just plug it into the TV.
Yep.
Works real easy.
Yep.
The vernacular these days, it's like Netflix and chill. For years, which I actually thought, for the first year that was out, I actually thought it involved Netflix. But there's now a statement called Fire Sticking it, where you get it for free. But yeah, I thought Netflix.
No, the reason I'm laughing is because my wife, our producer, just stood up and walked out. She just stood up and walked out.
I thought Netflixing and chill involved Netflix. Because I'm not single, so I'm not inviting people to my house to Netflix and chill. And the reason I found this out is a buddy of mine said, "What are you going to do this weekend?" And I said, "The wife's out of town. I'll probably just Netflix and chill." And he looked at me. And I was like, "What?" "The wife's gone. I'm just going to sit around and watch Netflix." And he's like, "That's not what that means." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" It's when you binge watch Netflix. And he's like, "No, that is out." And so when he explained it, I realized that, what do you got?
Oh,
it just came out wrong.
It just came out wrong, yeah.
So when it works like that, okay, so when I was young, it was, "Hey, come back to my room and listen to this record. Or come back to my room and see my posters."
I had a girlfriend.
It did not involve posters or a record.
I had a girlfriend. We would go to her room to play Donkey Kong.
Mm-hmm.
She had her Super Nintendo in her room.
Mm-hmm.
"No, Dad, we're just gonna go play Donkey Kong."
Yeah, there was some Donkey Konging. It wasn't the barrels that were getting jumped.
Oh my god, this would be like the one time she finds me on Facebook. And, "Oh, look, he's got a podcast."
Oh.
I didn't say her name. It's okay.
No, you did not. It's all good.
No.
At least you didn't smack her with a hammer.
Those crocodiles were a bitch, though.
It gives a new meaning to throwing barrels.
Well, we were playing Donkey Kong Country, so it was Super Nintendo.
I don't know what Donkey Kong Country is.
It was Donkey Kong on Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
A lot different than regular Donkey Kong.
I had Donkey Kong on ColecoVision, so that's the only Donkey Kong.
We're doing homework in the room. Oh, okay. That was Scott's. We're doing homework in the room. Check your text messages. Amy finished her first 5 miles. Yay, Amy! Amy's not allowed to watch this show.
No.
But tell her we said yay.
Now, is this 5 miles in a row? Or?
They did the Christmas Town 8K.
Ooh.
At Busch
screw
Gardens,
that.
yeah. They
Did
do it
you
every
run or
year.
walk?
It was Amy's. I think they walked it.
Oh, thank God, dude! When my girls were in Girls on the Run, I ran 3 5Ks. Screw that. This is a 5K. That's only 3 miles, and I was done. I do not want to run 5Ks ever again.
I did them a couple of times. I used to do them for cerebral palsy.
Yeah, I'll walk one, but
my buddy Brandon.
Running's awful. When you're a big dude.
No, and Scott, I didn't need to see my text. I actually saw it on Facebook. Congratulations, guys. And Scott does it every year. And we've talked about Scott before. Scott's a massive, massive man, 5'6", and big dude, big cuddly teddy bear though. Love him to death.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, no, he does it every year, and he has. What's cool is
Scott's a former Marine, so big dude who will jack you up.
But he's got what's cool is they give you a medal every year. Nice. That doubles as a Christmas ornament.
That's perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So he's got a bunch of those medals now. How many years did he say in a row? I can't remember how many years he's done it in a row, but he's been doing it for a while now.
Good deal.
And it's really good. Especially, we started our weight loss journey together. So.
Oh my God, walking 5 miles. That's a.
Still, I used to do that every day though. That's how I dropped the first 100 pounds. I was walking 5 miles almost every day.
That's an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm. About that. But I had a mile trek through the neighborhood that I had, so I would set a bottle of water on the car, right there on the counter, buddy. Right there, there's something for you. I'd set a bottle of water on the car, and I'd do my mile and grab the water, take a drink, and then do my mile, grab the water, drink it.
Yeah.
So I kept doing it that way, right there in the bag. Sorry, talking to the kid. 5 years.
5 years.
5 years. Scott's been doing it for 5 years. So, way to go, buddy. 5 years in a row. Now it's a tradition. Awesome. Show Nick the picture of us from your phone. Yeah, there's the medals. There's Scott and Amy and Peter.
Ah, you've got ears on.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
And then that's the medals there.
Nice.
Yeah, they are really nice. I mean, they're good looking medals.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's pretty awesome. Way to go, bud.
And with that, we're probably going to close out.
Yeah,
it is about
done. And once again, thank you, Smoke. It's always raining here, so running and walking around here are less tempting. So Smoke said, "Yep,
Yeah.
it's a lot like Oregon." Again, thank you, Smoke, for listening from the UK. Appreciate it, man. We're on the same time every Sunday.
Yep.
So 4 p.m. your time, no, that was 11. So it's like 3 p.m. your time. He said it was 4 p.m. at like 11 o'clock.
Oh, I thought it was 6 hours ahead. I don't know. Anyway, we are on Eastern Standard Time at 10 o'clock.
Yes.
So, do math when you can.
When you're not running in the rain.
Not running in the rain. All right,
you too,
guys.
buddy. All right, guys.
Majestic. Love you, brother.
And Scott, love you too, man. And we'll see
Love
you
you,
guys
Scott.
next week. Until then, yeah.
Peace.
Bye.